to King's Creatures Animal Training. I'm Laura King, and I'm here to help you train your dogs and cats to be therapy animals and adventure pets. This month, I'm going to be focusing on some training tips to help you prepare your pet to be a therapy animal, but also some of my go-to very favorite tools, toys, etc. that can help you give your pet a better life. And I figured now would be a great time because Christmas is coming. So if you're looking to get a gift for your pet or for the pet people in your life, stay tuned this month because I'll be talking about a bunch of different things that can just make life easier for pet people. Now, let's dig into today's tips. We're going to be talking about calm confidence, which is something that every therapy animal needs to have, and really every pet should have. Whether you're serving as a therapy animal team or not, having a calm, confident pet is what it's all about, really, because they're happy then. That means that they're happy and comfortable in every situation you're putting them in. And isn't that something we want for all of our pets, not just for therapy animals, right? So if you are tuning in live, please stop by in the comments and say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. Or if you're working on confidence training with your pet or anything else, if you have questions, you can always drop them in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them live or in an upcoming live. So how do we build confidence? We talk about this quite a bit here at King's Creatures because it's so important. But we want to start small, start with familiar places and slowly increase levels of distraction and different environments. If your dog or cat is only used to being in your home, trying to take them to a super busy park on a sunny day when there's going to be kids all over the place is probably not the best step, right? We want to take things nice and slow, especially if your pet's struggling with reactivity to people or animals. We want to make sure that we're not throwing them into the deep end before they know how to swim. So my number one tip for you today is to reward calm curiosity. That might sound a little silly. What does that look like? What does it mean? Air sniffs is really what I'm talking about. Dogs and cats alike, when they're calm but curious, will resort to sniffing the air to learn more about the person, animal, or object that they're curious about. If they're not calm, we'll see them using their eyes a lot more. So if you have a reactive dog that's getting ready to bark, growl, lunge, you're almost always going to see them lock eyes on whatever that distraction is that gets them so worked up that they burst into reactivity. If your pet is calm enough and just curious about what that person or animal is up to, what food is in that bowl, whatever it may be, you're going to see them pause and sniff the air to learn more about the situation, the person, the object, whatever it may be, without being reactive, without being over the top. So looking for air sniffs is what we want to do. I'm going to see if I can get Cora to show us some air sniffs. Cora, okay. She's pretty chill back there, though. I'm doing that by putting some treats in the bowl. May hurt him. She's coming. She's curious. But sometimes Cora, we'll see Cora sniff the air when we have food or treats nearby. Let's see. We're excited right now. Let's see if we can get her to do some air sniffs. Right now, she's doing a little bit of that. She's licking, but I can also see her nostrils moving. She's sniffing as well. Let's see if we can get her just to sniff a little bit. I'm going to set the food bowl back down. Right now, we're excited, right? She was mostly locking eyes on that bowl, locking eyes with me, saying, hey, I love to eat dinner. Please give me a meal. Now we're going to let her go back to being free, doing whatever she wants, and see if she starts to offer us some air sniffs. It's kind of a weird situation, but when we're out and about, this is something that we can see quite a bit of. We can see Cora pausing to take in the situation and tilting that nose up in the air and sniffing the air. That's what we want to mark and reward. And if we want to mark and reward that nice, calm behavior, then we have to have treats with us all the time. That's why you'll hear me talk about having strategically placed treat jars. I've got treat jars on the shelf back there. Cora's making a really good life choice right now. Even though she's not giving us air sniffs, she did choose to go back to being nice and calm. So we're going to tell her, good. Okay, good. And toss her a treat because she was being nice and calm And that's what we want to see from her, right? And the reason I was able to do that is because I'm wearing my treat pouch. This is one of my favorite pouches, and I love having it on my little elastic belt here because I can slide it around wherever I want. I like to have it behind me most of the time because then my pets can't see that I have it here, and they're able to just work and behave as if I don't have treats. And then if they do something really good, I can grab that treat, good, and give it to them. So that can be a great opportunity, oops, we dropped our treats there, to reward them without letting them know that that's your plan, right? If we're just waiting for them to be calm or to offer those air sniffs, having a treat pouch on you can be a great way to do that. Well, let me take it off here and I can show you a few things that I love about the treat pouch. This is the Rapid Rewards treat pouch. Let me just pop a link to that in the comments for you guys. It is my favorite treat pouch, especially if you're using it with the belt. So we're going to throw that link up in the comments. The nice thing about it is that it has multiple pockets inside. So we've got our main pocket, and that's where we just have our kibble. Right now, I feed my pets kind of on a rotation of kibble so that they're getting a variety of kibble. This is a Nook Shook. And so we've got that in our main pouch because that's the main reward I use. We want to be able to reward our pets frequently throughout the day for good behavior. And so using their kibble is a great way to do that because I can reward frequently without overfeeding them. I can scoop in half of their diet right here into the pouch, give it as treats throughout the day. Whatever's left in there, I just pour out into their bowl at the end of the day. And then also we've got a second pocket in here that's Velcroed shut where I can put high value rewards. Right now I have some freeze-dried chicken in there. That's one of Cora's favorite treats. So that's a high value reward that we use for super good behavior, a huge training win. And then our big pocket is just for kibble. Those lower value rewards, low calorie is really what we're looking for. The thing that I like about this pouch is that it also has a huge pocket in the back that's zippered that I can actually fit my smartphone in because they're huge now. They don't always fit in all of the training pouches and stuff. We've also got a poop bag holder. You can see my finger wiggling through there. I just put poop bags in the stroller, so I don't have any in here right now, but that's obviously something we want to have on us whenever we're out and about. And there's even a Velcro pocket in the front that I can pop my keys and stuff in. Another pocket here on the side for an extra roll of poop bags or whatever you want to stick in there. So this is one of my favorite training pouches. Like I said, I popped the link in the comments for you. If you're looking for a new pouch, highly recommend. I've also got an elastic belt on it, which I find is the easiest to move my pouch around while it stays up in the right spot right around my waist. So when we're working on training, we want to make sure we always have treats nearby. If you're at home, those strategically placed treat jars around your home and office are a great opportunity. But when you're on the go, you got to have a pouch. So if you don't have one, now would be a good time to get one. Or if you know someone that's just started training their pet, give them a nice quality pouch like this one. A great Christmas present and a great opportunity for them to start training their pet. All right, so that's how we start to reward calm confidence. We look for air sniffs. We look for our pet to not be focusing and learning only with their eyes where they're amped up and hyperactive. But if they're calm and curious, they're going to do those little gentle air sniffs where they sniff the air. You'll see them tilt their head up in the air. Dogs and cats alike both do it. It's a great opportunity for us to mark and reward that, to say, yes, that's how I want you to learn more about situations, not running up and jumping on them in an inappropriate way during a therapy animal visit, not reacting at them, growling, hissing, barking, but instead calmly, curiously sniffing that air. So that's what you're going to look for to improve your pet's ability to be calm and confident in new situations and to learn more about the people, animals, and objects in the area. When we go on therapy animal visits, I don't expect my pet to just straight up ignore every single thing we see because it's life, right? I'm curious about new things that I encounter as well. But I want to make sure that they're being calm and confident about their interactions, not being rude, not being so stressed out, but calmly sniffing that air to learn more. Then another thing that you'll see on Cora right now, she's dragging her leash. This is one of the easiest ways to increase your pet's confidence and calm. And it's also one of the things that I see a lot of pet owners mess up, make mistakes with, the leash. So first of all, if you know me, you know that I'm a little bit of a leash snob. I really love leather leashes. Cora, come. Okay, come. Because if we have a tired, maybe not well-trained pet, when we say come, if they don't come right away, I can grab that leash and get her to come over to me. There we go. That's why we're dragging the leash. Can you tell that I've been focusing on my newborn and not so much on the pets? We got to brush up our training here. This leather leash is awesome because it has braiding on it, which means that there's no brad or something to give way. It's a nice sturdy leash. And when you have it nice and worn in like this one is, they're just so soft and smooth and comfy to hold. I think they're way comfier than nylon. But having a nice leash on your pet and letting them drag it around the house, okay, gives you the opportunity to intervene before your pet makes mistakes or before they get rewarded for those mistakes. So maybe you're struggling with greetings. First of all, you're going to focus on air sniffs, like we just talked about, marking and rewarding for air sniffs. But if you live near your family or live near some good friends and they just kind of tend to walk on in your house without knocking or ringing the doorbell, first of all, you could always shoot them a text and say, hey, can you try letting me know when you're coming over? We're working on training. Always advocate for that. But if they sneak in on you, they walk on in, and your pet is ready to over enthusiastically greet them, and you know your friends and family love your pets, they're going to pet them, and now your pet's getting rewarded for jumping and being crazy. If your pet's dragging the leash, it's going to be really easy for you to either step on that leash or even just bend over and grab it so you can keep your pet back from that greeting until they're calmer and more confident. Maybe you wait for those nice air sniffs. You wait for them. There we go. Good. Right there, we saw some air sniffs. So I took my couch off, so I didn't have a treat ready. Beautiful air sniffs from Cora there. She's checking things out, being calm and confident. We've got Azula chasing bugs in the background, so lots of distraction here. So really great that Cora's just taking that time to pause and sniff and not be reacted towards that crazy cat back there. Good job, Cora. So grabbing that leash can be a great opportunity for you to set your pet up for success and help to keep them calmer, but also keep them confident. What I notice is that a lot of pet owners don't let their pets ever drag their leash at home because it's annoying, right? We don't want to step on it. We don't want it to get wrapped up on other stuff, but we're missing out on a great opportunity to communicate with our pets and to help them make progress more quickly. Sure, you can train pets off leash, and my goal is always to get pets off leash and reliable as soon as possible. But having that leash on, especially if you have something that your pet does at home that's just kind of driving you crazy, maybe it's jumping on people for greetings, maybe it's counter surfing, maybe it's barking at the window when people and dogs walk by, whatever it is, having your pet drag that leash gives you an opportunity to intervene more quickly, redirect them so you can mark and reward the good behaviors. Look for those air sniffs, that sort of thing, right? That's what we want to see in our pets. And if we're just expecting them to figure it all out without any guidance from us, that can be pretty unfair. So letting your pet drag the leash is a great way to communicate with them and help them get calm and confident more quickly. Especially for cats, we often see those silly videos of cats getting dragged on their harness or leash. They just flop on their side, or maybe they dig into the carpet. They're not used to the leash. So letting your cat drag their leash around the house is a great way to start getting them comfortable with it and used to it so that they can be ready for adventures, whether you're going on a hike or going on a therapy animal visit. Making sure that your pet's comfortable with the leash is really important. So dogs and cats alike, especially if you're one of those lucky people that lives outside of town on a big acreage and you don't have to leash your dog a lot, same thing. If you want them to be a therapy animal, they are going to have to be on leash during those visits. So you want to make sure they're getting comfy with that leash. Letting them drag it around the house is a great way to do that. And it gives you the opportunity to communicate clearly what your expectations are for those situations where your pet just isn't quite getting what you want and is maybe starting to push your buttons a little bit. Make sure, of course, if your pet is dragging a leash, please be careful not to let them drag it when you're not paying attention. Especially cats can climb and jump and do all sorts of things. They don't want them getting caught on anything. But dogs, too, if they get wrapped around the dining room chair and take it with them through the house, that's not going to be anything good. We don't want that to happen. So, of course, if you're not supervising your pets, you don't want them dragging the leash. Let me grab the link for the leash that I just showed you. It's that braided leather leash. Those are my very favorite type of leash. You might have some you prefer, or maybe you want to start with a super cheapo leash for your pet to drag around the house because they maybe are going to chew on it. You could just go to the dollar store and pick up a leash for your pet to drag around. I wouldn't recommend walking your pet on it outside, but you could definitely use that inside for that quick interaction, quick intervention that's going to help you make progress towards your training goals more quickly than if you just have your pet off leash, not listening to you. So those are two of my very favorite things for any pet, but especially for therapy animal training. We want to make sure that we always have treats handy and that we've got a leash on our pet until they are reliable off leash. You saw me call Cora. She was unconvinced today. Like I said, we've taken quite a bit of a break from training while we've been getting settled into life with a baby. So that tells me I need to polish up on my training. And I'm really glad that I had that leash or cord to drag so I could follow through on that recall command and make sure she came all the way over to me. Dragging the leash is not just for brand new puppies and kittens, but even for seasoned pros like Cora. Sometimes you just need a little polish up, so it never hurts to let your pet drag that leash around the house. Remember that building confidence and calm takes time, it takes patience. I'm going to start with small steps like marking for air sniffs, using a leash to intervene quickly, and slowly build up the levels of distractions in new environments until your pet is able to be calm and confident no matter where you are or what's going on around you. Make sure to tune in again next week for our next training tip. This whole month of November, we're going to be going over some of my very favorite things so that you maybe get some gift ideas for your pet, but also some training tips to help them become the therapy animal or adventure pet of your dreams. I'll see you guys next week.